Hello, my name is Alex, and I'm a data analyst at Westwell. Today, I'm glad to share with you some of our findings and perspectives on the current status of commercial vehicle, as well as how we see this industry moving forward. Commercial vehicles, say trucks, are more important and relevant than most of us may think. In fact, more than half of everything we commonly use, see, and consume, such as furniture, textile, and fruits, they would rely on truck for logistic transportation. While we enjoy these good things in our life, most of us tend to overlook the fact that they might come at the cost of an unhealthy rate of carbon footprint. Nowadays, commercial vehicles account about 30% of total carbon emission in the logistic industry, and among them, 52% are heavy-duty trucks. We would not be able to crack the challenge of climate change unless we find a way to decarbonize truck as one of many basic units of transportation. At Westwell, we believe in green and smart way to help our clients to achieve sustainability. We believe electrification and automation is the answer. Our electricity-powered manned and unmanned commercial vehicle of Qomolo can eliminate carbon emission generated during transportation. Moreover, electrification also grants us better digital capabilities to achieve better operation efficiency. And that is another point I'd like to mention. Thanks to multiple sensors installed on our vehicle, we are able to obtain a series of data related to internal of the vehicle, as well as the external operation environment. This allows us to get a better understanding of what's going on and how we can improve over time. A better operation efficiency is mainly about reasonable allocation of resources. By analyzing data retrieved from the ports, we can flexibly schedule our truck to place containers into the most suitable stack, so they don't have to go that unnecessary extra miles. This is not only saving time, but also saves energy and corresponding carbon emission and cost. Speaking about the energy cost, our electric truck of Qomolo also has significant financial advantages in terms of saving in operation cost in mid and in the long run. Our clients usually do not worry about the upfront cost. Why? Because upgrading to our electric and smart vehicle will eventually generate savings. And let me show you with some numbers. Approximately 30% of cost of transporting a container comes from energy expenses. Our electric truck will help to cut your energy bill by 50 to 80%, depending on the local price for diesel and electricity. Along with the rise of new forms of renewable energy, such as solar and wind power, the financial and the environmental cost of electricity will only be further reduced. And moving on to the cost of maintenance, we are able to use collected data from sensor and use intelligent technologies such as predictive maintenance model to accurately predict when the hardware components are going to wear out. This helps us to avoid troubleshooting caused by this wear-out hardware and reduce what used to be unpredictable high maintenance cost. The overall maintenance cost will be reduced by 40% compared with traditional diesel truck. Next, let's talk about safety. It's still commonly acknowledged that ports remains to be one of the many dangerous working environments to this day. Our autonomous vehicle of Qomolo ensures safety while guaranteeing efficiency through redundant perception, planning, and control algorithm. With over 300,000 consecutive accident-free working hours, the manual intervention rate is below 0.3%. Compared with traditional diesel truck, Qomolo vehicles significantly reduce the probability of accident and all unfavorable consequences. As a result, the annual cost is reduced by 35% in terms of insurance premiums. Through comprehensive comparison, in the case of over 600,000 kilometers over 5 years, electric commercial vehicles have clear advantages over diesel truck in terms of TCO, which stands for total cost of ownership. The 5-year operating cost can be reduced by 47%, and TCO is reduced by 11 to 19%. Our electric trucks of Qomolo have already been put into use in multiple ports. Let me use data from one of our benchmark projects to better illustrate my point from above. This is a mixed operation scenario. There are traditional diesel trucks with drivers, and there are our new electric, intelligent, and connected vehicle e-truck, and our full-time electric autonomous Q-truck. Currently, our electric trucks have replaced 40% of workload in this port, and resulting operating cost accounts only for 24%, mainly due to the decrease in energy and maintenance costs. Even though we take carbon emission from the electric power generation into consider, our electric truck achieved 40% of workload with only 20% of carbon emission. And this carbon emission reduction effect will be gradually enhanced with the development of green energy technologies. In this port, our electric autonomous truck Q-truck have handled over 230,000 TEU of containers for the past 2 years. And with the introduction of e-truck and new battery swapping Q-truck, the proportion of electric vehicle in this port is increasing. We will complete a cumulative handling volume of over 500,000 TEUs by the end of this year, reducing operating cost by more than 40% and carbon emission by at least 50% for our clients. It's expected that within 3 years, all traditional diesel trucks in this port will be replaced and upgraded with our electric and autonomous vehicles. So to conclude, both the commercial vehicle and the logistics industry are at a turning point, where piecemeal action are catalyzing major changes. We at Westwell are very proud to be leading and contributing to the progress toward eco-efficiency and sustainability. Commercial vehicles are no longer just engines and wheels. We use our technologies to empower and to transform these heavy machines into a more efficient, flexible, safe, and environmental-friendly unit of transportation. Together with our clients and partners, we are confident that we can make a difference. Thank you.